Go time for Dan Smith.
Hand number 1 of the final table is the short stack, or tied short stack, Dan Smith with ace-10. Fearless.
Yeah, he has to jam rather than leave some back because he doesn't want to incentivize the big blind to get curious. But obviously, 2 queens is straight in there. Dan could be gone on the first hand of the final table.
Even against a quick call is feeling optimistic.
Well, Smith, no stranger to the highest stakes. Always gunning for the title, looking for the win. He's not interested in a couple of ladders. He wants to start off with a bang, get the wheel spinning in the form of a double up, and then figure things out from there. Does pick up
Really
additional
outs
outs
I'll take it.
on the 9-8-6. 7 or an ace. Now remove 2 of those because Brewer has the queen of diamonds in hand. Hand 1. 1 player down. Dan Smith jamming his 6 big blinds. From the hijack with the ace-10-0, standard stuff all round. He's going to be heading to the cash desk to pick up $413,000 for his efforts. And with that, our first pay jump of this final table. Everyone guaranteed $540,000 now. Brewer moves up into second.
He's the Satoshi of the ICM model.
Like random rumors of like this new thing called ICM.
It'll change tournament poker.
Yeah, here he is. 7 left, calling it off. When there's a 3 big blind stack out there. Wow, Joao.
I think Vieira just has to go with it because Kiat's range obviously is very wide off of that shallow stack. And he's kind of the player who can potentially, he can knock out his opponent. And, you know, you got a range, you got a perceived range advantage. You can maybe get that little pay jump yourself. I like this play. And I like that he leaves a little bit back, just in case. There we go.
Vieira did raise.
Yep.
Just getting Tollerene out of there. Lee's in front. 58%.
Decent favorite.
17th Triton final table for the Malaysian. Can he hold?
I think you're done, Kiat.
Great start.
Great start, not quite.
GG.
Dead on the turn. GG's indeed.
Thank you.
So Kiat Lee getting in his final 3 bigs.
Thank you.
Against Joao Vieira. Got it in good. That's all one can ask for. You got to double up against.
Running back? No?
Not this time. How about ace-king for our chip leader? Things have changed now, courtesy of that Vieira double up. Brewer is the shortest stack with 10 bigs.
Can Vogelsang show some restraint? Ace 5 suited.
3-bet to 5-bet. Not the 3-5, Randy. Surely not.
No, just the
rip?
three fold, or just outright fold. That's really nice from him. You know, some players they just see ace 5 suited, feel like they have to go for 2 queens. It's in against the ace king.
God, this is first against third in chips with Brewer on 10 big blinds. Punsri is going to be running this one after doubling up Vieira just the hand before. Seen 1 ace folded.
Classic incoming.
God damn, someone work out how much this is worth. In EV.
All in.
There's the jam. Good luck, chaps. I mean, you never want to see it come down to this. This is for overwhelming chip lead. This is for about 40% of the chips in play. With 6 left, if Ben can find an ace or a king, he eliminates Punat Punsri. He would then be overwhelming chip leader. If Punsri can hold, Tollerene is down to the shortest stack. 5 crucial cards to come. It comes ace, queen, jack, middle set for Punsri, top pair, top kicker, but more importantly, a gut shot for Ben. Drawing to a 10 and a 10 only. Doesn't find it. Punsri gets the double. Now has 40% of the chips in play. And just like that, Tollerene goes from chip leader to 6th in chips. Playing for millions of dollars. Everyone guaranteed 686,000. There's a lot more than just money on the line, of course. There is legacy. Makita looking for his 6th title. Punat, Brewer, and Tollerene looking for their 3rd. Both Vogelsang and Vieira looking for their 2nd. Wow.
Ace king again for Tollerene. Looking
Not
for
like
some
this.
vengeance.
I mean,
It's a great hand, of course, off of his stack.
I hope so. Leave the chip behind.
No action so far. Do we have anything?
All in.
Oh, all in. What does Vieira got? 2 jacks. Another coin flip incoming. Tollerene once again, ace king.
Randy, what on earth is going on? It's been a gridlock since the departure of Kiat Lee. Tollerene has held the chip lead for most of 6-handed play. And in the space of back-to-back hands, is he just going to be out of here in 6th? 2 cards to come. It's looking likely. Ace or a king needed.
River card incoming.
Doesn't find it. And just like that, ace king twice, unable to win a flip. First against queens for about 70% of his stack. And then against jacks of Vieira for the remaining 9 big blinds. We lose one of the greatest to have ever played the game. Ben Tollerene
Roughly how?
out in 6th for $686,000. And you know, Randy, I don't think he's not going to look back on that. He's queen now for Vieira. 2nd in chips. Now he's already been pounced on once by the chip leader.
I mean, you still just have to raise and just pray Punsri doesn't reshove on you once again. And he has 2 jacks. A collision incoming?
I mean, is there? I don't know.
I think
I don't know.
Punsri will 3-bet this spot, and Joao is strongly going to consider reshoving ace-queen, expecting Punsri to just kind of leverage that chip lead on him, you know? Like, I wouldn't blame Joao thinking that the ace-queen is going to just see a lot of folds if he was to put in the 4-bet all-in. Obviously, we need to weight that decision if it's worth the risk, the chips we gain, relative to outlasting Brewer, who is very short.
I honestly, I don't know, Randy. I don't know what to do in this spot. You're second in chips. You just got jammed on. Now the chip leader has 3-bet on you once again.
All in.
There's
all
the
in.
jam.
Yeah, he's snapping.
So we are flipping.
I mean, that's an all right hand to see when you get snapped off.
We are flipping for Joao Vieira's tournament life. They both just won big flips. Punsri held with the queens against Ben Tollerene's ace-king, and then Vieira held with the jacks against Tollerene's ace-king. If Punsri can hold here, he's going to have more than 50% of the chips in play.
Good flop for Punsri.
77% equity now with 2 cards to come. And just turns Vieira dead. Punsri up to 12 million chips. And Randy, given that there's only 17 and a half
I always feel bad doing it, though.
I know.
million chips in play, title number 3 looks like it's incoming as we lose Joao Vieira in 5th. If anyone wants to wager some money for charity, I mean, I'll do it for free. Randy, I'll give you a free roll.
1 second. Jack 10 suited.
4 million.
Let's go ahead.
Yeah. Let's see. What? Makita's got Queen Jack, the dominating hand.
I have 250 behind.
The bigger stack. We've seen Makita just go for it, haven't we? If he feels that Queen Jack is doing okay against the button jamming range, is very reasonable. He continues. It's a 7 big blind jam, right? 8. It might be pretty close here with Queen Jack off.
Does also have 𝐬𝐿𝐫𝐿
Puts in the call.
in the big blind.
𝐬𝐿's got ace queen.
Well, well, well.
It's just 3 ways. They're committed.
Are we about to see a double KO to get us heads up? There's the jam. Now, Randy, good luck solving this one. Brewer's got 250 back. There's just too much money in the middle. Surely here we cannot be thinking about potentially laddering
He can't.
one spot.
He can't because he's out of position to Makita, right? Like if he folds, Makita can just fold, and then it's 250 versus 700K remaining stack. Brewer's first act, so he has to just call it off here rather than try to outfold Makita. It's just literally impossible.
Like, we want to play for the win, right? Am I right in saying that? I could be wrong. I don't know. Like, are we just meant to be thinking about
How many timings have I used?
the ladder?
Okay.
It just wouldn't make any sense because
So I've used 2 now.
he folds,
Okay, yep.
Makita can just fold, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
It-
fair.
No, he can never fold this.
And then Brewer's going to be forced all in 2 hands time, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
and surely the size of the pot, 1.4 million.
I mean, this would be a nightmare to see, you know, to see you folding.
Yeah. Ah! Actually, my equity is not that bad, yo.
You have like
It's
a-
not.
I have
He actually has more
I think I have like
than
a kind of
bats.
sneaky
3
amount.
ways. Randy, very rare situation here. Four-handed, we're seeing a 3-way all-in.
I mean, I have no idea if I have a folding range after you fold.
Yeah. I was scared.
And it's the guy that covers both players, that has the best hand. So all Christoph needs to do is
Like,
hold.
Jack 10 suited has like 30% heal.
Just put a jack for us.
I don't
No
have
one
30%
with a
on this
diamond.
flop.
4. Let's have a 4. 3-way chop.
That'd be great.
Three-way chop?
Three-way chop would be hilarious.
I don't think Vogelsang wants that.
Ooh.
Wow, they're just both dead on the turn.
Did you
Ace
think
of clubs seals both Makita and Brewer's fate. So just like that, we go from four-handed.
And then find a fold?
Yeah. But then
So
you might
heads
fold
up.
more too.
Yeah. And we both fucked.
Yeah. I don't think I can fold Jack 10 suited. I get 4 Makita.
So 1.348 million. For Makita.
Yeah, well done.
I think I
The six-figure buy-in tournament in poker history. We saw China's champion. I mean, look, this guy came in with a lot of swag, coming in against some of the Triton OGs to then take it down for 5.5 million. And now we have this 125K with 3 million up top. Shout out to 𝐽𝐿_𝐺 for taking down that main event. Jungle Man Dan came second for 3.5 million. And now we've got Punsri squaring off against Vogelsang.
We have something that could be of interest here. Bottom pair versus the flush draw. Definitely see Punsri just, you know, kind of protect his hand a little bit. Just a pair of threes. Check is okay as well. Looking to clear out equity. Clearly that's not going to work against Vogelsang's flush draw.
Question is, does Vogel play this one aggressively?
Probably not. Well, it looks like he is grabbing chips. It depends on how you play the rest of your ranges. You know, if you're check raise bluffing a bit more, then you want to be able to make some hands when you do get called. I suppose he's check raising some king X's on the flop. Otherwise, he's just too heavily weighted to draws or just pure air balls. Hand might not be over yet. It is kind of a big raise, 4x. But then again, like, the 3 could be good. He's got some decent properties for backdoors with the 7 of hearts. He's clicking it back. So he believes the 3 is a bit vulnerable, of course. And he blocks some of the value. So 2 pairs, basically.
A limped pot has turned into a 3-bet pot. On the flop, king 4-3, 2 hearts, and we have bottom pair against the jack high flush draw. 3.8 million in the middle. Ace of clubs on the turn. Vogelsang now picking up additional outs. What's going on, Randy?
Like, okay, so Punsri 3-bet back. 3-bet the flop?
Does he just has an insane read on the situation and just always puts Vogelsang on flush draws or some, you know, 7, 5, 5, 6. But it feels so unlikely when he has the 7 of hearts in hand.
Yeah, clearly he blocked some of that. We are playing heads up, so there's a lot of the other garbage out there, like, just more so. Regardless, though, I guess the question is, does he want to turn the 3 into a bluff? for him to have 3-bet the flop, like he's blocking value, basically, which is 2 pair. King 3, 3, 4.
5 seconds.
Oh, that's weird.
Check.
He checks it back. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. 2 pair. 𝐽𝐽 just has Jack high.
Oh, what a river card for Punsri.
It's very disguised, of course. And Punsri's range looks pretty weak, man. He 3-bet the flop and check back that turn. 𝐽𝐽 might just try and represent like the 6-5. I could see it.
Yeah, Punsri now able to absorb aggression a lot easier, given this 7 of spades on the river.
Like 𝐽𝐽 has 6-5. He's got deuce 5.
Do the open-enders check raise flop, though? That is the question, right?
They might. They're more likely to the deeper they are, which they started with, what, 40 big blinds or so. They're less likely on 20 big blinds and less, just because they're not looking to get chips in. How many chips is he pushing? Is he pushing all of them, Henry?
It certainly looks that way, Randy. He's left 50k back. It's close to a 2x river pot effective jam. Punsri's river 2 pair is the best card in the deck for him, other than a 3, of course. But still losing to those flop 2 pairs that you were talking about.
I mean, he beats 3-4 if that's a thing, so a little bit of value he beats. He doesn't block the straights at all. Deuce 5, 5, 6. But his hand is so under-repped that he might feel very compelled to call. Like, Punsri could have, like, King, Queen, King, Jack that might have 3-bet the flop and be scared of the ace.
Yeah, and would a hand like 7-5,
Says he
7-6,
can't fold.
the 1 chip flick in, can't fold, and Punat Punsri has 18.6 million chips. Vogelsang is down to a quarter of a big blind, Randy.
I think you're right. And obviously he had equity to just get there too because he had a flush draw.
So,
He's in. 10-3 offsuit. The plushie's happy.
number 1 on Thailand's all-time money list, 2-time champion with 64% equity, has the best hand. All he needs to do is hold. If he does, he's going to be joining the 3-time champion club, and it's looking pretty good on the King 7 deuce. Will be turning Vogelsang dead a lot of the time. No 10, no 3, and Punsri is champion.
He is.
6 of clubs
Thank you.
seals
Really appreciate
Christoph's
you giving me
fate.
Thank you very, very good. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Always nice
I love
to play
that.
with you. Thank you.
You love to see it.
They do.
The sportsmanship between Vogelsang and Punsri. And of course, the hugs